me.
All right, I guess next up, this is something that actually was kind of in my head for a while.
And I actually know about.
Same here.
I don't,
Is
because I'm
these
special.
So the concept of the next part of this series is first-person shooters and the silent protagonist. What
Yeah.
beneficial does it bring to immersing the character as the player as that character? And what are some of the downsides to it?
Well, for one, you can't really have a very interesting protagonist if they don't really have a voice.
I
I
mean,
can think of 3 games that have silent protagonists, and they're extremely held up today as well.
I haven't played that many good first-person shooters, so yeah.
Jesus Christ, the entire Fallout series before Fallout 4 really just blows that entire concept away.
yeah,
You can
Well-
have a silent, unvoiced protagonist, and the game just
that's
be
an RPG
phenomenal,
though.
next level.
yeah, that is.
Yeah,
That's an
RPG.
RPG. I'm talking like what the discussion
Call
here
of
is.
Duty,
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, Call of Duty. This is what we're going to
Black
talk about.
Ops.
No, like
Yeah.
Call of Duty Ghosts and Metro. Those games, like, as much as I love the Metro games, the fact that RTM doesn't talk at all during gameplay really hurts the game's story. Whereas, like,
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
Metro Exodus, when your wife is literally dying right in front of you, the man says nothing.
He's just like.
RTM become true Russian.
The
Wife
same thing
dying
with
doesn't
Ghosts.
count, need
It's
vodka.
literally supposed to be like this family like type story though, where like your father gets shot and you're with your brother the entire time. You're playing a silent protagonist. That game would have worked better had the character you play actually be fully voiced.
Yeah.
That's
To
the
me,
argument I'm
it-
trying to
it
say, not
really-
RPGs.
Wait, was Sherlock
where
a
you're
silent
playing.
character? I don't remember if
Yes.
Sherlock was one.
To me, it really depends on the actual, like, the genre of, like, FPS, where
Yes, I agree.
you have games like
Half-Life, huh?
Stalker,
You know, just the
Or,
entire
uh,
Half-Life series.
you
Except
or the
Alex.
Half-Life series, yeah. Where it really does depend on, like, the genre and the mood you're trying to go with, like, the setting or whatever, where
Ah, Gordon
like,
Freeman.
there's games like,
You have a good
Stalker
point.
or, like, Fallout you brought up, or Half-Life, where the protagonist doesn't talk at all, like, not even in cutscenes.
Or
But
even
yeah,
Portal,
you
where
kill-
Shell is just a complete mute, and the whole
Yep.
personality about her just keeps getting reflected back from GLaDOS that just
he-
overposes herself over her and just becomes, you know, the real protagonist, where it's her. The protagonist is not just Shell, you, but
Well-
it's both her and the entire laboratory that's
I
under her
wouldn't-
control.
I wouldn't really say protagonist, but GLaDOS definitely becomes kind of like the main character of that story of Portal.
Yeah,
where
she does.
She is the one that the character focuses on the most.
Because she's the one
Um,
that actually talks, besides Whitley in Portal 2, because GLaDOS was actually interacting with the characters, like, stuff and all that. When she solved the portal when you solved the puzzles a certain way, when you did stupid shit, she commented on it, and you're like, what more can I hear from this robot?
Yeah. But no, it definitely depends on like the genre and what you're going for. Like I said, with stuff like Stalker or Fallout, it's great for helping you actually get immersed into the setting and the world, because that at that point it's like a fucking self-insert in an anime, where
Yeah, it
you
kinda is.
fill in that character's shoes in a way.
I mean,
That's
there's
why
this one.
that's why like most, if not all, like FPS online games, you're just playing as a silent dude. It's because it allows you to actually just insert yourself into it and kind of make up your own little stories and bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to that, I would say that one of the greatest video game sort of silent protagonist examples of all time for establishing mood, Halo 3 ODST. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
the rookie
Absolutely,
never-
absolutely.
like
I would
not,
also have to go with Noble Six, but Noble Six says so little lines. He's just quiet, and they actually
He's-
made that work. He's like, he's a lone wolf assassin. He ain't gonna say much.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
very much like Master Chief from Halo 1. They deliberately, like in one of the trailers, kind of make a reference to him. Like, oh, I haven't seen as much black ink except for another Spartan, and it's
Yeah,
obviously
because Noble Six has that reputation of hyper deadly lethal, which only Master Chief has.
Yep.
Oh, don't get me fucking started on that.
I miss good Halo games.
And I will say, as far as the subject of like, is it dying out when it comes to silent protagonists and like first-person shooters?
Yes
I mean-
and no.
yes
Yeah.
and no. Yes and no. It
I-
depends on the studio. It depends on who's
argue that
making
it's
it.
dying
Yeah.
out in AAA titles, but that it's seeing a resurgence in independent developers.
True.
Doom.
Yeah.
This is
It is.
true.
Like Doom, yeah. Where
Yeah,
fucking-
Doom.
even in Doom Eternal, I know Doom 2016. I don't think he talks like at
Oh.
all.
He
But
says
he
like
has,
one
he
line in
has, like,
Eternal.
very
Guys,
few
can I say
lines.
something to
Yeah.
Trench? Noble Six is not an Uni assassin. He is a Generation 3 Spartan.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, he could still be a headhunter for Oni because the headhunter program utilized Spartan 3s for their disposability rather.
But he's still classified as a Spartan.
Yeah.
Right.
But he could
Yeah.
be
So
both.
again, it's one of those things where it's sort of a widely accepted fan theory that he's a headhunter, but it's not confirmed in lore.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
makes sense.
Maybe he has the same, I could say, reputation as one of those, because he's that good.
He's only failed 2 missions, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And don't they say that he fucking survived Reach? Or
Some people say not. He's
I'm gonna
MIA.
be real with you, dude. The glassing plasma laser that the Covenant use is capable of penetrating miles into the crust of a planet.
Yep.
He's dead, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Unless he
he's
hooked
not
on a
dead, he's
ship
MIA.
right beforehand.
Nah, you just popped an energy shield bubble blow. He popped his fucking armor lock.
Armor lock, bitch! But no, he's not dead. He's MIA. Just remember that.
Spartans never die.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I mean, the man got hit with a glassing laser.
He's MIA.
He's MIA.
He got shot in the head, dude. She's
Armor
MIA.
lock,
She's
armor
MIA.
lock.
Yeah, Cat got shot in the head. She's MIA. As funny as that is, that's the legit story behind every death of a Spartan.
Yep.
They're not-
Spartans never die. They're only missing in action.
Spartans never die. They just
only-
no.
Cat's only missing a little bit of brain matter, okay? She
She can come back as
some more
a.
has
cybernetic
post-needler
right.
autism. Or not,
You
it
guys
wasn't
were-
needler, it was a
I don't know.
fucking-
I've seen a lot of females think without their brains.
Exactly.
Oh, just go on Twitch and you'll see like 5.
Yeah, not one of them is Amaranth. I
She
mean, oh,
became
no.
a
You,
witch.
you guys.
No,
talk
Amaranth is a
but you know,
businesswoman.
making more money than you or I could dream of.
I
I
know.
know, and I have to respect that for some sad reason.
Cat
But
got
she
off.
does have some nice nips, I gotta say.
Cat got
She's
off.
the
of it.
perfect woman.
She got to a different planet and she became a fucking Twitch streamer. That's the
Yeah,
official story
She
of
owns
Cat.
the gas station.
Forgot
What
who
do
she
you-
was.
Her
Yes,
her screen
yes,
name is
yes,
like
yes.
Kitty Cat 69420 Uwu.
Oh god.
Ooh, XD, me love you long time.
Okay, guys, we're going off topic again.
Yeah, we
Reel
always
it back
do.
in.
It wasn't my
another-
fault this time.
A really good silence protagonist in the first-person shooter genre, I would have to agree with, is Doom Guy, Doom
Yeah.
Slayer, Doom
Yes.
Lord.
I was
It's
I think
the reason why he works so well is because first off, we don't know that backstory of him. He punched his commanding officer because he defied an order. He was sent to Mars. Demons started invading. Dude started blasting. Became enraged when they invaded his planet. Killed his bunny. Went to hell. Fought for 5 centuries. Came back and they're like, yeah, we fucked up, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then they had to send him to another dimension where hell succeeded in the invasion. And he fucked them over and killed the destroyer.
And
killed
especially
God.
the fucking god. Yeah, he killed God.
And
no,
then they
Doom
steal
God
them
killed
away.
God and then became God himself just to kill the devil in a mech.
Yeah. Who was, by the way, the devil is also
No.
just Doom Guy.
No, the devil is the creator. The devil in that one was the original creator who created the two of them. So the guy in the mech suit is the creator. Doom guy used the genetic, the Seraph used the genetic code from the creator to enhance Doom guy. So that's how come
So
Doom
Doom
guy
basically copied the creator and made him himself.
Fucking Doom Lord's just schizophrenic testosterone.
Doom Lord is absolutely crack cocaine, and I love it. Please give me a Doom Eternal 2.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of get that with Ancient
Doom
Gods.
Infinite, or maybe Doom Beyond.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be some complicated word I forgot about, like Doom.
Excelsior.
Doom Expansionsis.
Doom Lovecraft. He just goes and fights elder gods.
I mean, he can. That's
He
the
kills
terrifying.
Cthulhu.
Literally every single conversation topic we've had so far has resulted in somebody fighting an elder god.
Yes.
Honestly, it always ends up there. Might as well just make it a topic.
Yeah. I don't know enough about it though. Sadly, I still need to read, and there's fucking audiobooks on YouTube you can find it. Like,
Yeah, it's all free, man.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to watch a really good adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's Color Out of Space, I would highly recommend Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage in it. I know it has Nicolas Cage in it, but it's done extremely well.
I'm looking for a trouble pick.
I mean,
no,
I feel like everyone memes on the guy really hard, but he really dedicates himself to the performances.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Wally's Wonderland, he did an extremely good silence protagonist in that one. Dude didn't say a fucking line and all that, and he was kicking ass. Like, it's a good movie. It's basically Five Nights at Freddy's meets a badass janitor.
Yeah.
Wally's Wonderland is amazing. The Color Out of Space does have Nicolas Cage in it, but at first he's not the crazy self and all that until the madness sets in from the color of space sets in, and then he just starts losing it, and there's this another one I watched recently with him, but I can't remember what it was about.
And he goes to the Deadlands.
Yes, where he gets the bombs implanted on him, all of his parts, even his testicles.
Yeah, it's essentially
it's a fucking
an anime.
They have
stages of Protags.
I've got balls.
No. The thing is, it's like an anime meets a post-apocalyptic. So they have samurais and all that, and they have ghost mannequins where people are putting mannequins and they just stay like that forever. It's really interesting, and the guy has.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It feels like bizarrely Japanese. It feels like only a Japanese man would have thought of.
Heck was that?
Dude
Nukem hear that?
Oh.
Yeah, so I would say that a thing that for silent protagonists is that they're actually not like a newer or an old versus new concept. I mean, back in the 90s, we had things like Lo Wang. We had characters like Duke Nukem.
We had Caleb. We had Duke Nukem. We had who else? We had the Postal Dude.
No, Duke Nukem talked.
Postal talk too.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact that it's not a new concept versus an old concept. I'm just saying that it's not like, oh man, modern ones have to have a voiced protag because back in the 90s, with limited tech, we already had voiced protags 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so I think conceptualizing it as sort of like a new versus old thing.
It's more like a fine taste. You want to immerse yourself even further as a silent protagonist, or do you want to be the quick witty, asshole like the No More Heroes character?
Yeah, or it can even just serve to fucking like put emphasis on the story, where it's like
Halo.
Or like Halo, or you got like fucking for an FPS ish example, you got shit like Dying Light.
There's a game I play called Akiba Strip, and it's a Japanese game. Your main character somehow gets turned into a vampire, but he's a silence protagonist, but it's like a dating sim kind of thing. But you have to fight vampires in the only way you know how to, by stripping them. And I'm literally reading this off the back of the book right now.
That reminds me of the fucking Lovecraft dating sim that came out. Fucking like.
I mean, yeah. If you don't choose the eternal Shogoth waifu, what are you even doing with yourself?
There was a
Exactly.
Lovecraft dating game that nobody
Yeah,
told me.
it's like First Love or some shit like that. You get the fucking
If
like
Wiley is listening to this right now, he is creaming his pants.
you literally in the first fucking act you have to convince Cthulhu to be your fucking waifu.
And Lone Wander,
How many
how long until you can
Cthulhu?
get Lolly on the podcast?
and she destroys the
I don't
fucking
know.
world.
Beg
but
'em.
I
you
mean,
get
as again, as much fun as that would be, I feel like we don't really need Lolly on here. This is sort of
yeah, this is
I-
like
This
again,
is our thing.
It would be nice to like have him on one time as like a guest.
If
Yeah.
anything, I would rather have Shota on as a guest because
Oh,
everyone.
yeah. Oh,
Maybe
fuck yeah.
Shota. That
God,
might
dude,
be.
the entire time would just be Shota reeing at all of us. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Showing my
Honestly,
eardrums out as usual.
If you wanna hear complete chaos, just leave me in a room with Shota for 4 hours. I guarantee you, it's nothing
You're
but
gonna
blind.
hate elves as much as he does.
you're gonna
Just
want
guess-
to commit genocide.
$5, you guys eventually gonna talk about butt chugging energy drinks.
Yep.
Just remember, guys, elves did nothing wrong.
I guess my original point for the FPS like topic, I would definitely say it depends on the game and if the game was actually originally built for a silent protagonist. I like silent protagonists. I'm just saying sometimes it feels like unnecessary. Like I said with
Yeah.
Call of Duty Ghosts, it like that character you're playing as should have been voiced. RTM and Metro should have been voiced.
Yeah.
So
well, it's like
that's-
even in like
What about
it's
Strela?
weird because like on one hand I want to say I haven't played through all of it yet, but from what I've played of Metro 2023, so far from what I've played it works, but you get like in between loading screens you get like a little journal entry
Yes,
where
that-
Archam is voiced and he's like
He's
talking
voiced
about
in-
the
in a-
events of what happens.
But not like in
Uh,
gameplay though.
but
He's
not
not
like in
talking
game-
while you're shooting like the monsters and stuff like that.
And he's
Yeah.
not responding to Kalov, when he's talking. He's like, Artyom, you need to go do this and all of that. He's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Fine, I understand. The fate of the Metro is on my hands. He just stands there
Yep.
like,
Let me go play this guitar real quick.
And then when there's one scene in Metro Exodus, your wife is talking about fucking how like she feels like this is the end and all that. Starts talking about reminiscing about her mother and all that. Our team's just standing there like, yes.
Yeah, you're just standing there.
He's just staying there quiet.
Yeah, I mean, again, in the interest of fairness, I think you've got a point on that one, Lone. Because the fact that you can just leave the train car while your wife is talking about her.
Exactly.
And then you
Sigma
come back and she
male
acts like
mindset.
nothing happened. I love. You know what's even funnier? When she was talking, I was fixing my guns. Shut up, woman! I'm trying to get some stats on this gun.
Archum is just a Sigma male.
I mean, I played Exodus and got the good ending first try.
Awesome.
I have literally never gotten the good ending on a single Metro game, and I'm not sure what mistake I'm making. Okay, in the second one, I paid the stripper literally all of my bullets, but that's besides the point. I think.
That might have
Me
been when
too.
he went off.
Me too. No, when you're doing the things with the little dark one, never kill any of the enemies and all that. When you're fighting the bear, save the bear, don't kill the bear, and all that, and just basically become the stealthy boy that you're meant to be.
How the hell do you save the bear? That's an option.
Yeah. So when you fight the bear, she runs away into a cavern and all that, and 3 of those little weird things start attacking her. If you shoot your gun near them, they scatter.
Mm.
Huh. Well, shit.
When you're fighting the librarians, don't kill any, sneak by them, and all that. That's how you get the good ending.
How do you?
Oh.
Yeah, I've never killed a librarian. I have no idea what other choices I've made that were so
By
bad.
the way, this is gonna get a bit off topic, but like, do you guys know how a fucking bear attack usually goes?
I don't know.
Like-
Ask Nicolas Cage. Ask Leonardo.
Like, do you know
Leonardo
how they
DiCaprio.
actually like hunt and kill?
Yeah, they go.
Yeah,
It's
I live
pretty
in-
fucking
I live in
terrifying.
the Southwest.
Yeah, they don't fucking they don't like they don't act like other predators where they'll kill first and then eat.
They maim you, drag you away, save you for later, and then kill you, and
Yeah.
then eat you.
And they don't
They
just
will
kill
eat
you and eat you, they eat you alive, and basically you have to sit there getting eaten and scratched up by a bear before you actually end up like bleeding out or whatever.
Or die of shock.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's-
it's not the only
there's-
animal that does it.
You know, if I
There's
ever
a
get
reason
attacked
why
by a
they
bear,
don't
I'm gonna down a gallon of LSD so the bear trips on me. Just
A gallon of LSD.
LSD. Just a gallon.
Fucking douse yourself in it. That's all you gotta do.
No,
Where
I'm
do
gonna
you
drink it.
get a gallon of LSD in a fucking milk jug? Where do you
That's
get
like-
that?
That's
Don't
like when
ask questions you don't need to know.
that's like the
All
fucking-
these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Holy
All these
squares, man.
squares make a circle. All these
All
squares
these
make a
squares
circle.
make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Mr.
All these
Popo, you
squares.
can leave. You bitch, don't tell me what to do! All these squares make a circle.
All
That's
these.
like that's like that fucking Witcher cinematic where Geralt just literally drinks fucking poison so that when the monster bites him, it starts dying of
Okay,
fucking poison.
So no, he didn't drink poison. He drank the cure.
Oh, okay.
And when the monster bit him, it absorbed the cure from him. So the interesting thing about the Witcher thing, I'm sorry, I'm going off a tangent back.
That's fine.
So their potions and all that can actually be the cure as well for what they're fighting with. The vampires and all that, the thing they drink is called black blood. Basically, their blood become toxic to them. It's interesting how the whole genetic mutations of the Witcher works.
Yeah. I actually have all of the Witcher books. I just still need to actually get around to reading them.
You
But I have the
Witcher that much.
entire series.
I've
I still need to
played all
finish
the
to read
games. I've read
Roadside
all the
Picnic.
books.
I think that the best metric for finding out whether someone has actually read the books or not is whether they prefer Triss or Yennefer.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yennefer.
Jennifer.
Yennefer.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Just because
Yennefer.
Witcher 3. She's bitchy in Witcher 3, but I still like her. She's wife material.
No, I don't like Trish because she's manipulated Garrett from the start.
Yeah.
I like
And
Trish
in the
from
book,
DMC,
yeah,
but
that's
I don't know about
thing.
the Witcher thing.
I don't like them
in the
bitches
book,
who lie to
she's
me.
Like, she betrays Geralt, she betrays Ciri. She like sells them out to the Lodge of Sorceresses.
She's the reason why Ciri had to flee in the first place for the wild hunt and all that. She's the reason why Geralt died at the end of the books.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's always like, I never understood why the creators of the game simped for Triss so much.
Yeah, where fucking Geralt gets amnesia and fucking gets with
Gets
Triss.
raped.
Yeah, and gets raped.
That's the
Literally,
only thing I know about
the
those
only
books.
reason the only reason he gives her the time of day in the games is because his memories of her betrayals are gone.
No, he gets him back.
Oh, does
He
he?
gets him back at the end
Does
of
he
the
slap that
second.
bitch?
No, that's how come he stops talking to her and all that. He's like, I don't really deal with Trish. And the third one, he only has to deal with her because of one scenario. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't. She's not at Kaer Morhen anymore at the end of after the second one, because Geralt gets all of his memories back at the end of the second game, and and depending on who you choose to say if that's obnoxious and all that, but you can like save her or basically tell her to fuck off.
Hell yeah, based Geralt.
If I remember correctly, she is forbidden from entering Kaer Morhen only unless it's an emergency.
That is correct, sir.
So with the whole them fighting the White Hunt, it makes sense Trish would be there because she's an extremely powerful sorceress. But she has so many flaws.
Second rate compared to Yen.
Yeah, Yennefer is the most powerful sorceress in the game series, in the book series, game series, at all. Like,
Whatever.
Well, I don't know. I feel like
she
Philippa is
did-
still stronger, but Yen is more well-rounded.
she did something no sorceress has ever done before. She bound a djinn.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. But I mean, also, no sorceress had ever like actually found a djinn. They were considered, mostly mythical.
And Yennefer has found two.
Yeah, in the games for sure. In the book, just one.
She found.
It was just one in the book, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Two. One from the book and one from the game.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where like I get infuriated when everyone is like, oh no, Triss is the superior waifu. She loves Geralt with all of her heart. She
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. She's manipulative.
Bro.
No, she doesn't. She literally betrays you every time you get. She sees you more as a tool.
For a bit.
They love the redheads. Must be redheads.
Yep.
The funniest thing I love about the lore of Trish, she's allergic to potions.
Yep.
So, okay, hypothetically, if she sucked Geralt's cock and Geralt was on a fucking potion,
It
could
wouldn't
she
work because
die?
all witch.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
fuck, that's right.
the way it would work is he would metabolize the potion, so it probably wouldn't end up in his semen. You get what I'm saying?
It will be in his bloodstream.
So what's so interesting about the Witcher's metabolism? It's 5 times faster than the normal humans. They can digest anything, including raw meat, and suffer no consequences for it.
Yep.
They're also immune to all human diseases, including STIs.
And
they're
the monster
also-
plagues.
They're immune to nearly all diseases, plagues, infections, and all that. The only way a Witcher can get infected by it is, if I remember correctly, is the only Skull Witchers. They literally got infected with werebear disease, so they can become a Witcher werebear.
Werebear disease. That sounds like something from Tom and Jerry.
No, they literally transformed into bears.
Yeah.
Wait, are
it's
you
a thing.
talking about the bear school?
Yeah, the School of the Bear.
Well, they didn't. Wait. Are you going off the books or the games, my guy?
I'm trying to remember correctly. There was only 2 bears in the book. In the game, they're all dead, but you learn about the Berserker's Rage, which they turned into bears, if I remember correctly.
That's what I was going to say, because that actually contradicts itself between the book and the game.
So they
I'm going
basically
off-
become the fucking companions from Skyrim.
Yes.
Yeah,
With Witcher mutations.
Werebears are they're basically giant fucking grizzly bears with mutant strength and claws.
Yeah.
It's even worse than the companions from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Just imagine a 10-foot bear charging at you, casting fire.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's terrifying.
That's
Also-
why the School of the Bear was killed, was because of how terrifying they were.
Yeah.
But again, like, that also pisses me off in the games that they're all dead, because they're not supposed to be. They're just supposed to be. They basically just live with the dwarves and the gnomes in the mountain and just fuck off. They don't care about
What is
anything
this
else.
Skyrim by Gemini? Yeah, they were actually in Skyrim. You can come across one.
The Dwemer.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the in Solstheim.
Yep. Also, another comment I want to read. Also, I just saw it. It's not the one I wanted to read, but Kai Williams, look, I live in the desert. I don't know nothing about bears. And then right under that, Perry God, hi people, man-human from the server here, racism. I once saw a woman being carried away by 10 men, and I did nothing.
Jesus Christ.
Son, I live in the
Gosh.
Dude, I live in the desert too, and I know a lot about bears, because I need to know if I ever have to fight a bear in the desert, I'm good.
Yeah,
If
dude,
you need,
I don't
a good
leave
gun
my
to scare
house.
off bears or fuck them up, use a 10
I live in
millimeter.
Florida.
I mean,
The only
no,
bears
I
I have to
mean,
worry about are
10 millimeter, yeah,
crocodiles.
That phony
Technically
shit out of
speaking,
here. You go 40 or nothing, scrub.
No, if I ever fight a bear, I'm going to use a Barrett 50 cal Hayate anti-material rifle. I want to make sure that bitch is dead and the thing behind it.
Nah, fucking, technically speaking, there are desert bears. It's the polar
No,
bears.
stop.
Polar bears, my guy. There could be
You know
desert
polar
bears.
bears are black.
Bro, you know that,
Polar
like,
bears
again,
are crackers, and we all know that.
again, New Mexico and Arizona are full of black bears, and they're largely deserts, right?
Yeah,
See?
don't remind me. I live in Arizona. I know about the
Imagine a
desert. I know
fucking
about the black
terrorist.
bears.
Riding in on a bear.
You see, the thing is that everyone's always afraid of the grizzly bear. The grizzly bear doesn't generally tend to hunt humans for food, whereas the black bear that
Black
everyone
bear.
thinks is so small and cute, those ones have a habit
Is
of
the one.
predating on humans.
Yeah.
is the one who will run up a tree to get its prey because fuck you and this tree. I'm a bear.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
200-pound black bear may not seem like much compared to a 600-pound grizzly, but at the end of the day, one of them is looking to kill you, the other one is looking to make you leave its cubs alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
One wants a taste of that femboy ass, and the other one is just trying to tell you property and not violate the NAP.
Funnily enough, fucking polar bears, even though they have, of course, very limited contact with humans, they will also straight up fucking kill you. Either, like, to protect their cubs, or just straight up for food.
I'm just picturing a black bear, like, in the middle of the forest. I'm walking around, I hear... Turn around, a bear running at me 90 miles an hour. I'm like, alright, see you guys later. I'm dead. I wouldn't run, nothing, done. I'm just like, I'm dead. See you guys.
Bro, I mean this is a serious question. Do you not carry when you're in a woods?
Yeah.
No, I like to live dangerously. I like to bang pots.
I don't have a gun yet, and that's probably good.
I don't have a gun yet either. Why? Because I'm about to buy a 5.56 pistol. That's about $600 from my local pawn shop. I've looked at it a few times. I played with it. It slides like
played with it. It's a weapon.
No, like what I mean when I've held it and all that. I've checked it. And all that. It's really goodly sighted. The slide, when it slides back, the barrel, the chamber rotates, so it ejects the cell a lot cooler. I'm like,
ooh, I like
600. Yeah, 600. I mean, my local pawn shop.
Not bad, dude. Every fiber of my /K/being is dying inside right now, knowing you guys are a bunch of no guns.
Yeah. I have because I'm not able to buy them yet.
I can't buy them because I don't have the money or the papers.
I did shoot my first deer a couple weeks ago.
Listen.
Congrats.
Gemini.
Also, one laugh at the Euro trash over here.
Okay, haha. I have 3 guns. I have a 45 Colt. I have a 22 long-sighted sidearm World War II pilot pistol. I have a 22 long rifle. I have an AK-47 waiting at my dad. I have an M1 Grad waiting at my dad's. Nice. So yeah.
Can I borrow your AK? I just need it for a thing.
Do you have a turban and a beard?
I can grow one.
I doubt that you can grow a beard.
Until you grow the beard, I won't let you touch it.
But then I can't be a... Aww.
Grow the beard, then talk to me.
No, I want to keep my cute femboy looks. I can't let this go.
Become the femboy terrorist.
Femboy ISIS.
Okay. I am a femboy terrorist. I want to shoot Joe Biden in the guts.
Fucking Gemini has great advice.
So as you can see, federal agents, this has been a very serious conversation. We're all threats to society.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Take us very seriously, FBI. You're hearing this?
I'm not afraid of the bear.
I just want to say this. If you fight a bear, use a 40 mic from Gemini. One thing applies to sharks, apparently. Bull sharks are more dangerous than great whites.
But there's been more bear kills than shark kills.
Yeah, man.
Still just use a fucking explosive spear gun.
And if anything, I'm not going to fight a shark. That thing is 358 million years old. That thing's been around a lot longer than me.
That thing's older than the concept of trees. Trees only appeared about 150 million. Not immune to an explosive-tipped harpoon gun now, is it?
Neither are you.
I mean, I don't know.
So yes, that's rather like silent protagonists in video games.
I'll get some explosive poon.